guys, and welcome to Whiteboard Wednesday, and I am so excited about this video. In this video, I'm going to give you all the secrets, and trust me, people have been messaging me and saying I shouldn't be revealing everything. I should be starting a course, I should be doing it all online, I should be charging you. But I've always said from the beginning of this channel, the information's free. There is no way I want to charge for any of this. So let's go into the studio, let's get it all on the whiteboard, but I'm going to give you the absolute secrets, the secret sauce for running successful HMOs. Let's head over to the studio. So guys, here we go. We are going to go into the secrets. Welcome to the whiteboard. It is Whiteboard Wednesday. I'm not going to hold anything back, and I'm going to go through everything that people have been telling me that I shouldn't reveal. Here's the first secret. It is that 6 beds are vastly superior to 4 beds. Now, you might spend a little bit more money purchasing a 6 bed. You might spend a little bit more on the renovation. You might spend a little bit more on licensing. But the difference in rent is huge. We're talking a 50% uplift in rent. So I would say if you can find a property that converts it into a 6 bed in an area where you know you're gonna be able to get a license, 6 beds rule. 4 beds, they're good, I've got lots of 4 beds, but I now am only buying 6 beds plus because I know how much better the rental yield is. So the second big tip I'm going to give you is to automate your bills. Now, I use lookaftermybills.com. Some people use Utility Warehouse, there are some others, but automate it. Who wants to be switching every year? This is a lot of work, especially when you're running, I've got 10 HMOs. I know that would be a huge amount of work keeping on top of making sure we're switching at the right time. Look After My Bills automates the whole lot. But here's the thing that people don't know. You can't get a landlord account online with Look After Your Bills, or you couldn't. You can if you call them. So we had to phone them up, explain our situation, and they're like, absolutely, Mr. Parham, we can sort all of that out for you. We've got a really good portal, it was all really easy. So I would massively recommend automating your bills. Here's the next thing. Number 3. Photos and video matter. Now, COVID has proven just how important video has become because we've been able to fill rooms using just a simple video of the property and a video tour. It speeds everything up, but the photos and video are what draws people to the property in the first instance. This is marketing, okay? Make sure your marketing is spot on. It's extremely important that when people get that first impression of your property, it's somewhere that looks homely, that they would want to live. Kitchens, bathrooms, rooms. That's what you want to be photographing, making sure that the angles are right, the lighting's good. Get a professional in. If you're going to be managing this HMO for the next, I don't know, 5, 10 years, then it pays to spend 300, 400, 500 pounds on some really good photos, a really good video, and if you want, you can get in touch with me, just drop me a DM on Instagram, I'll put you in touch with somebody who can get that done for you. It won't be an issue at all, but honestly, spend some money making sure your marketing is absolutely spot on. So guys, let's go on to commercial valuations. This is the unicorn. This is quite a big part of the HMO secrets. Now, first of all, with a commercial valuation, what you're essentially doing is valuing the property instead of on the value of the bricks and mortar, i.e. the fabric of the building, you're valuing it on the business within it. Now, this can be greater than the value of the bricks and mortar, which is why we look to do that when we can. So what do you need to do in order to get a commercial valuation? Well, first of all, you're not going to get it on a 4 or 5 bed. It's almost impossible. Maybe a 5 bed because you'll get a license. But 6 beds and above, it is certainly achievable. But what you have to make sure that you do is that you have a significant change to the building where it's no longer just a house. So we're talking about panel fire alarms, perhaps a laundry room for people to do their washing in, perhaps a breakfast bar with individual workstations. Basically, it needs to not feel like a house or a family house, it needs to feel like a commercial product. And as long as you change it so that it has that feel, you can then apply for a commercial valuation. Now, the second thing you need to know is how much the commercial valuation will be. And I know it's quite hard to get these figures, so I've got the calculation for you and I've written it all down. And I've done an example of one that we have recently been involved in. So what you take is the gross rent. Now that is the amount that you're going to charge the tenant on all the rooms. So this one is a 6-bedroom HMO that we have. It's not owned by myself, it's by one of our clients. The gross rent on that property is £36,000. You then apply a discount for expenses. Now, depending on the lender, this could be between 15 and 25%, and in this instance, it was 20%. And then you divide that by the commercial yield for the area. Now, you can phone up a valuer in your area and find out what the commercial yield. In the area that we're talking about for this one, I think it was 10%, something like that. So I've run the figures. It's about in this ballpark. It might not be exact, but we're very, very close. So the gross rent works out at 36,000. The discount would be 7,200 for expenses, giving us a net profit of 28,800. Now, if you divide that by 10%, you get the new value, which in this instance would be 288,000 pounds. Now, comparing that to a bricks and mortar valuation for this property would only be valued around 230 on a bricks and mortar basis. So what we're looking at is an uplift of about 58,000 pounds by doing this. Now, there's a lot of things you need to bear in mind when you're going on this sort of journey. First of all, it's not guaranteed that you're going to get a commercial valuation unless you are abiding by the principles of changing the fabric of the building. You have to make sure you're doing that from day one. I've seen people try to go for a commercial valuation and they just put beds in sitting rooms. That is not changing the fabric of the building. It's not changing it away from being a family home. The moment you start putting in a laundry room, workstations for desks, all that sort of stuff that makes it feel like a commercial product, then you've got a really good chance of achieving this. So commercial valuations are a real key thing on the HMO Secrets, something that I would definitely urge you to look into and write that calculation down because it's quite hard to find it on the internet. The last thing I really want to go into is the fact that no tenant is better than a bad tenant. Now, I want to make sure that you and your HMO manager are on the same page with this because sometimes people can try and push in the wrong tenants and that could upset the house. So let's say, for example, we've got a 6-bedroom HMO and you've got 5 really good tenants there, and you put somebody who's not suited for that house in it, you could end up losing 5 tenants. So it's really important. I use the analogy of don't put a cock in a hen house. You know, if you've got a happy hen house, leave it be. So for me, I would always make sure that my managing agent is aware that I would rather have no tenant rather than a bad tenant. So I hope this is helping you. Let me go through it one more time briefly so that you've got exactly the 5 secrets that I believe are key for HMO success. Number 1, 6 beds plus beat 4 beds all day long because the rent is 50% more and the bills are just nowhere near that difference. Number 2, you should automate your bills. So with electricity, gas, all that stuff, get onto look after my bills or utility warehouse, anything that's going to be automated, make your life easy. Number 3, your photos and videos matter. Get really good quality stuff so you can send that over to prospective tenants and make sure your adverts are as good as possible. Commercial valuations are key if you want to really leverage up and get your money out and recycle. It's the best way to add value in a HMO, is to get it valued on the value of the business, not the bricks and mortar. And number 5, no tenant is better than a bad tenant. Make sure that you live by that principle. Believe me, I can guarantee that no tenant is definitely better than a bad one. So I hope this video has been useful for you. I really do. Please, if you haven't already given it a like, give it a like. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. We're giving away a house on this channel. By the time we get to 100,000 subs, my intention is to give away an investment house to one of my subscribers, and I can't wait to do that. If you've got any secrets that I've missed out, why don't you put them in the comments below? I read absolutely every single comment, and I would love to reply to those and see if I can make them into another list. Maybe I could do a part 2 if I've missed anything out. I can think of a couple of things that I wouldn't say really are secrets. These ones though, I think people hold back, especially the commercial valuations, because it can just add so much value to your journey that you can hold that back and then sell that information on. But for me, this channel is all about giving all the information and then you guys are equipped to go out and make as much as you possibly can. So I hope this has been helpful. My name's Mark Parham. I've enjoyed making this video, and because this is Whiteboard Wednesday, we will see you on Friday with a vlog. I've been in trouble for calling it a vlog style episode. Look forward to seeing you on Friday. See you then.